Hello boys and girls, let's take a look at day 4 of week 3. We're going to be doing a project, okay? It's project time. But before we get into the project, please boys and girls, kind of read the information on prime factorization and watch the video on YouTube. That's the link that you need to click on, because we're going to be doing a factor tree project like the one here on the right, something similar to this. Okay, these are your instructions that you need to follow, so it's very important that we read them and we follow them so that we can then meet the grading criteria that is here at the bottom out of 50 points. Okay, at the end of the day, your project is going to look similar to this one here. Okay, because let us remember that everyone is unique and everybody has their own creativity, but we must stick to the instructions whereby our natural number that we will be factorizing needs to be listed at the top on that star, and that you go ahead and express the composite numbers only plain in marker, but the prime numbers in using your circular colored sheets like these ones here. Okay, let's take a look at the one that I am preparing. Let's check on the materials that we need. What do we need? Number 2, it says you need a project needs to be legal size. So we need a legal size typing sheet. That's the same size of sheet where you get your packages, okay? We also need a cornflakes box so that we can add a hard backing to the typing sheet. We need colored sheets, okay, to design your tree, and of course your materials such as your scissors, your glue, your tape, and your markers. Okay, once you have your materials out, let's get down to start working on your project. So this is, I have added my hard backing already to my sheet, and then you need to cut out your tree, okay, and make sure you have your tree trunk, because that's where we're going to write down the factors, the prime factors, and then you also need your star at the top. Okay, now let's start factorizing. All right, this is my project that I did at home. It's similar to the one that you have on your package. Okay, whenever we are working with prime factorization, boys and girls, we need to know that prime factorization is a mathematical procedure that helps us to find the unique sets of prime numbers that multiply to give us a composite number. Okay, so in this case we are going to be using a factor tree. And before we start factorizing the number 32, we need to remember 3 key important things. 1, that when factors are the numbers that you will multiply to get a product. Okay? 2, prime numbers have only 2 factors, 1 and itself. And 3, that composite numbers have more than 2 factors. Okay? Good. We are going to be factorizing number 32. That's why I wrote it down on my star. That's my natural number you need to select your own natural number. Okay? Not going to do 32. You will select your own. So, because I am going to factorize 32, that means that I need to split 32 into factors until I cannot split the number anymore. So, my first two factors that I'm using here to get the product of 32 are the numbers 4 times 8. Those are my two factors. Okay? So I write them down plain with the black marker on the tree, because the number 4 and the number 8, they are composite numbers. And this factor tree is help me to do prime factorization, because I am looking for the unique set of prime numbers that will give me the answer 32. So 4 and 8 are not prime numbers, they are composite numbers, so I write them down plain in black marker. Now I continue factorizing, because that means that if it is a composite number, it has more factors. So I look at the number 4 now, and I'm going to factorize number 4. So which two factors give me 4? That's right. We are using 2 times 2, right? And notice here, boys and girls, that I wrote it down using the circular colored sheet, because 2 is a prime number, which means that I will not factorize the number 2 anymore, because as a prime number, it only has two factors, 1 and itself, so that means that I have finished factorizing there. But if we take a look at this side here, I still have 8 to factorize. So I ask myself, which two factors will give me the product of 8? And that's right, I have 4 times 2, right? 4 times 2 will give me my product of 8. Now the number 4, I wrote it down using plain black marker on the tree, because it is a composite number and I need to continue factorizing 4. But 2, I wrote it down using this circular colored sheet, because 2 is a prime number and I cannot factorize that anymore. So I go ahead and I continue now by factorizing the number 4. And I ask the question, which two factors give me 4? That's right. Here I have 2 times 2. All right, and again, 2 and 2 here are written using the circular colored sheets again, because they are prime numbers. Okay, and I am finished. Now I am finished, because when we reach to a prime number, that means that we are finished factorizing. Now, at the end of the day, this is how my project looks. Everybody will have their own unique projects and their own factorization, because everybody will have their own selected number. Now notice, boys and girls, that the grading criteria is asking us to make sure that we highlight the prime numbers. So definitely I'm going to get my 10 points here, because I have my prime numbers using the circular colored sheets. So I have 10 points there. My composite numbers, they are written plain. See? These are my composite numbers. They're written plain. So I already have my another 10 points there. But I need to express my answer using prime factorization, which is here at the bottom. See? That's why I'm asking that you place your tree trunk at the bottom, and right there you need to go ahead and write prime factorization of your number is, and then this is how you write it down at the bottom. See, you're gonna, in this case, we have 32 is equals to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or it is also equal to 2 to the 5th power, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's. Okay, and so the prime factorization of the number 32 is 32 is equals to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, this is how your project is going to look like, boys and girls. And I hope that you learn to factorize not only the number 32 and the one that you're selecting, but any number that you get, you should be able to factorize it. Okay, enjoy your projects and make sure that you follow instructions so that you can get the next 5 points. Be creative so that you can get another 5 points. Be neat, get another 5 points. And of course, make sure that you bring your projects on time, which is on the day of submission, which is on the 6th of December. Out of 50 points, if you get 50 out of 50, you should get your 100 points. Okay? Enjoy, boys and girls.